Hello, YouTube. Good evening. Happy Monday. It's time again for the one and only podcast created by streamers for streamers, crossing the streams. Let's give a warm welcome to my good friend from GA. It's Z. We got Z. How are you doing, Z?
Hey, what's going on, you guys? How you doing? It's Zxykken here. I love being on this podcast. Let's go. I'm so hyped.
I've been looking forward to this.
Yes, sir,
It's
baby.
I've been looking forward to this all week ever since you started streaming on YouTube. I've been wanting to talk to you.
Bro,
I
I
want to
know.
get some of your thoughts and opinions.
We gotta start like doing more things, cause, bro,
Absolutely.
yeah, I love you. I love you.
Okay, well, take me to dinner first.
Well, you
But
know what I mean. Come on now.
tell me about your channel. What do you do? What's your brand? Just to if anybody
So
doesn't know, we can get to know Z a little bit.
my channel, we started out on Twitch like what was it, almost 2 years ago now? Like it's been like maybe a year and a half or so.
All right.
But we started on Twitch, and my channel now is on YouTube. We moved over to full time. Hi, baby. No, I'm so sorry. I didn't. But we moved over to YouTube Live or YouTube Gaming with the new year. Super stoked about that. That's been in the works for a really long time. My channel basically, we just play whatever games I'm interested in really at the time, you know? I mean, right now it's a ton of Fortnite. I'm having so much fun with Fortnite again. Lots of they're gonna see lots of like Genshin Impact or just RPG style games a little bit more. Starting to get more into those again and just really enjoy those. Plus also some new crazy fun games, funny games and content that nobody's ever seen on my channel before. But I'm gonna have to keep that on the lock. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you. I got you. So, to walk me through, I always like asking this on the podcast. Walk me through your process, how you pick a game for your channel.
How I pick a game for my channel. Yeah, I should probably think about how I do that. I don't really. Honestly, what I do is I try to look at like, okay, is there a community around this game already? Not a following, not a fan base, but a community, right?
Okay.
Is there something there that people discuss a lot? Is there stuff that's active outside of just, yo, this game is dope. 1v1 me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I that's kind of where how I kind of do it is if there's a community behind it and really if I can play it by myself.
Okay.
Because
All
if I
right.
can't play it by myself and I can't, I have to have a buddy with me to play it. I don't always have a guy to, literally every single one of you GA people are East Coast or something along those
Hey,
lines.
I'm Central.
None of you guys live in my time zone. So
Don't
I this
don't put me in the East Coast. Don't put me in with the Eastern Time. Central gang.
Central gang, we right in the middle.
No, I
But
get you though. I'm the same way.
yeah, yeah, that's kind of how I do it.
Yeah, and I totally understand the community thing. Like one of the big things that keeps me so drawn into Dark Souls is the community aspect of it. Like if any two people who play Dark Souls like meet in the wild like on Twitter or something, like you always are gonna be like, hey, like talking about
That's
your
it.
favorite
Yeah,
boss, talking about all
you
this other
know
stuff.
all of my pain. You
Yeah,
know every bit of it.
exactly. I mean,
You
it's just
understand.
like everybody who plays is kind of where it's like a brotherhood, you know? You don't even
Exactly.
have to know each
Exactly.
other. It's just like, oh, you play Dark Souls? Like we instantly have a connection, you know? That's
That's
one of
how it
the
is. What's that one game? Hold on. What's the game I'm playing? That's how it is for uh, uh dear gosh, I'm losing it. Apex players,
Oh,
bro. Apex
Apex?
players love each other. I swear. It's
Really?
amazing. Oh, dude, Apex players love each other. It's like,
They're
bro,
they're not toxic?
I would say. honestly, Call of Duty players are the most like I play all three of those shooters:
Mm.
Fortnite, Call of Duty, Apex, and they're all content on the channel. But like I would say maybe Call of Duty is like the Call of Duty crowd is honestly the most toxic.
I've heard a lot of things about hacking in Call of Duty.
Yes, they just released their anti cheat with the um I want to say it was with the new map Caldera, if I'm not mistaken. But there are still some that get through, yes. But they actually do have an automated system this time. It's not literal manual review for
Dude.
Activision.
I mean, we could talk about like you're a AAA studio and you don't have an anti-cheat.
It's
Like, what are you doing? But I
okay.
mean,
Microsoft called it for him.
I know. I think everybody kind of at this point has formed their opinions about Activision.
Exactly.
I like without going into too much detail, like basically garbage in my opinion. But
Yeah.
anyways, let's we're talking about selecting games. Like talk to me about your like single player type selection for games. I know Genshin's not single player, but it kind of is, right?
Where I'm at, it's pretty single player. I literally just like started it.
Oh yeah.
I'm green as can be. But that one, I have to have an immersive story. Like I have to have a story that I love, that I
Mhm.
just that I dream about when I'm sleeping. Like I'm not kidding you. There are games that Crystal will beat me because she'll be having a conversation with me and I'm half asleep, right? Like
Mm.
full, and I will respond to a quest line that I heard in the game as if she just asked me that question and gave me the quest, and I'll be like,
Bro.
yeah, bro, I'm not even kidding you. It's happened 6 different times.
Oh, dude. So tell me about how you got started streaming in the first place. What drew you and like what made you want to do content creation?
Yeah. So so I started console, right? I was on Xbox mm, all my life. I had PlayStation 2 as well, but well, I had PlayStation as well. I
Mm.
stopped at like I think PlayStation 3, but kept up with the Xbox, you know. I never played competitive games. I was never a multiplayer player unless like in high school, you know what I mean? Like the boys we
Mhm.
were hanging out and like we were all getting or whatever, we all
Oh, I get you.
trying to hop on, you know, some Black Ops 2 lobbies and stuff and go run some people on hijacked or whatever. Yes, that I would hop on for, but anything else, I was either playing Minecraft in my room by myself, Skyrim. It was some sort of single player beauty me, like just beauty of a story.
Don't get me
And
started on Skyrim, dude.
bro, I love Skyrim. I love
Skyrim,
Skyrim.
when it came out on the PS3, I no lifed Skyrim. Like I would come home from school and just I would bring my PlayStation 3 in to the living room and use my parents' TV
Yep.
and just like I would go for it, man. I'd go for it until
Absolutely.
they said, "Hey, get out of here. We want to watch NCIS."
That you know what I did at that point?
Huh.
Because I did that same thing. I grabbed my TV and I
Oh,
brought it downstairs.
nice. Dude,
That way when they went up to bed, I didn't have to do anything but switch cords.
genius. Genius. Like middle school me looks up to you.
But oh gosh, yeah, no, I mean, that's kind of how I started up. It was just story game after story game, single player. I'm garbage at multiplayer games, so I just didn't like getting clapped on as a high schooler. So
Dude, me too.
then I found Fortnite. Fortnite changed everything for me, as it did for many, many, many other creators out there. I mean, Fortnite changes the game for so many people. But for me, you know, Fortnite is how I ended up finding a streamer because I didn't even know what Twitch was. I'm not even kidding you. I barely even I avoided all things PC as a console player. I was that console
Oh
elitist.
yeah.
Yes. But I wasn't like a dick about it, you know. I just was like
You
I just like
probably
my
were.
console. I
You
don't
probably
barely
were.
like you PC is master race, I'll accept it. I'm just cool with my mediocrity.
Okay, okay.
You know what I mean?
There's always been bad blood, you know.
Yeah, oh, both.
I feel
Yeah.
like these days it's a little bit different with so many things crossing over between
Hmm.
like crossplay. But even then, like if you're on like an Apex lobby and you see a controller player, there's definitely people who are like, "Oh, you're on controller."
Yeah, yep. Yep, all the time. I play with my brother, and he'll sit there for when we play COD. He'll immediately call out the you're a console player. Oh, you play on controller. Oh, you play on PC. Like, why does it matter?
Mm,
Let's just play the game. But it's like every game that we play, it's so funny. He does it without fail. Uh, so fast forward, we got Fortnite. That Fortnite is how I found my streamer, right? Fortnite's how I found my streamer. TSM Daquan. No longer TSM anymore. He actually doesn't even know if he's with NRG right now currently. He
mm.
has no idea. But TSM Daquan, that was the dude. I followed him. I'm actually still sub to him. He just streamed yesterday, and I just redeemed my 16-month subiversary.
Wow.
Yeah, and I didn't even know. But so I found Daquan, I found Hamlin's, I found the TSM Fortnite house with Myth, and I watched them play Fortnite all the time, and I watched them create this content, and I watched them just love what they did, and I hated what I did, and I
Hmm.
didn't like that. I never wanted to hate what I was doing, and I've always been an entrepreneur. I've always been a businessman. I've always tried to start. I've had a number of like old startup businesses in high school that I tried to tried to get going and stuff like that. I used to walk around my old apartment complex as an 8-year-old with a suitcase full of old toys that I wanted to sell. Yeah, that was me. I was
That's
always trying to make
adorable.
a buck. I was always trying to make a buck. But
You're a hustler at 8.
exactly, exactly. I knew what I needed. I knew what I needed in life. So I found them. I started watching them on Twitch, got involved with the Twitch community, and then I bought a laptop and started messing around with it. Kind of got really into the whole scene. Decided, hey, babe, I'm gonna bite the bullet.
Mm,
Ended up biting the bullet and getting a PC, and now we are here.
nice. That's how it starts. Like I did that was the same thing for me. As my journey was a little different. Like when I was younger, I played a lot of Call of Duty with my friends.
Mhm.
I was never like good at Call of Duty. Like I could sometimes like, get the final kill cam or whatever, but I was never very good at it. And then
Yep.
picked up League of Legends, worst mistake of my life. I'm sort of joking. Um I played League for a long time, and I kind of that's what introduced me to like gaming content was League of Legends because I played League and I wanted to like watch people who were good at it and stuff like that. And that's the first time I was like, maybe I could do this. I never did anything with it because I was always so busy with college.
Yeah.
And when you're a music major, you gotta like that's your entire life pretty much. Um, then I got out of college and finally decided to build a PC. I didn't know if I was gonna be doing content or anything, but I decided to build a PC that could handle, you know,
Yeah.
streaming and recording.
If you wanted to do it.
And then finally got into it like during the pandemic, and
Sweet.
um, and I've been having a great time with it ever since.
So you're a COVID creator too. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're a dime a dozen. I'll admit that, But listen, it's a
Say
learning
no more.
experience.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's the most fun thing. I mean, I can't begin to explain how happy I am that I became a creator. And I'm not even a full-time creator, you
Oh
know?
man,
I
a
still have
full-time
some time
creator,
to put
that's like
aside.
the dream, right?
Oh yeah, totally. That is absolutely the dream. I don't even need to make buco bucks. I just gotta pay my rent and feed my kids.
Yeah, yeah, man. And yeah, I get it. Like, no, not full time is it's like I don't know how many hours a week I spend on my content, but it's not like a huge amount, you know.
Mhm.
I do what I can here and there. I've been working on a video. It's gonna be like a 6 7 minute video. I've been working on it for over a week, you know.
Yeah, I
Like
absolutely.
it's like I'm not
That
sitting here banging out, 12-hour days editing and stuff. Like, but I am kind of like making something I'm proud of and I'm making something I'm happy with. And I think that's what it's about for a lot of people, you know. Obviously the dream
exactly.
is getting paid, but like in the meantime it's a hobby, right? Like think about any other hobby. Like if you're watching this and you're like I want to become like a YouTuber or a streamer or whatever, like you can, you know. I would recommend it. I think it's a lot of fun. But think about any
Absolutely.
other hobby. Like think about knitting, right?
Take a professional sport, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're an NFL player, right? You're playing for and you're playing in for a team in the NFL. And how did you get there? You didn't pop out and just immediately you're in the NFL. No,
No, you played for a rec
you
team at your community college for
nah,
whatever,
man. You played that stuff as a kid. You played Wolfpack.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You played
Hmm.
Wolfpack. You played in middle school on C team because you were terrible. I not speaking from experience. Then you played on high school, and then you played in your community college, and then you moved on. But all that time before you made a paycheck from it, it was a hobby.
Yeah.
You paid to do it. You paid to do it, or
Yep.
your parents.
And a hobby can be a passion, you know.
Exactly. Exactly.
And I've talked a lot on the podcast about you know, whether you call it burnout or whatever, is like getting getting kind of like disillusioned with it. Is like you start and you stream for like 6 months and you don't see like a whole lot of growth or whatever, and what do? You know. So before I say anything, I want to hear what your thoughts are. Like, what's been your experience like growth wise, and have you run into that like burnout type of
So
thing?
I I was growing really quickly when I first started on Twitch. I was growing rather quickly. I hit affiliate like twice as fast as I thought I was going to. And then I ended up having to take a huge break. Really long break that I didn't want to take, but I had to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Schedules just were not fitting, things were not like panning out. It just had to cut it. I struggled really hard when I came back from that break to get any sort of interactions, any sort of engagement on either side. Because at that point, when I come back, I had started kind of throwing some little YouTube tidbits out there or TikTok stuff going every once in a while, but there just wasn't a whole lot of feedback interaction with me, right? And
Yeah.
so what I did is I started actually watching other content creators. I started watching what they were doing, how they were interacting, what they were doing with their content, how they were editing their content, how they were presenting their content, right? Those
Mm-hmm.
types of things that you don't really think about when you're making the content because there's so many things already going around and in your head when you're making the content as it is.
Yeah. There's a lot of moving parts.
Yeah, so it's hard to be able to do that and stay focused. A lot of the times for me when I'm feeling like, bro, this stuff is overwhelming. I can't handle this anymore. Like I just need to shut down and not. I have a video that like you have a video you've been working on for a week. I have three different videos that I've now just scrapped because I didn't feel like dealing with them anymore.
Yeah, I totally
Hours
understand
of
that
game
feeling.
content. I just said, nah, I don't want to do it anymore. I'm gonna just record. I'm gonna just re-record stuff and go for it from there, which is fine, because honestly, you kind of have to know your limits and what you can and can't do, what you can and can't take, and what you can and can't put yourself through. Because if you're live for 5 hours and you don't even see the viewer tick move, to one, that's soul crushing.
Yeah, it's discouraging for
That's
sure.
soul crushing. And I don't know if you've been in you know, seeing any of that with your move to YouTube. My community as it was already kind of smaller, which was why I was going to YouTube in the first place, for the opportunity of more eyes, bigger growth, just the opportunity that is YouTube,
Hmm.
right? My viewership wasn't great as it was, but it definitely took a hit now. I'm struggling here and there, but that's to hit like different view numbers that I want to see, but that just tells me I have to try harder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I
I have
totally
to
get it.
do more.
And I
And
personally, I have a lot of opinions about Twitch versus YouTube, and I've talked a lot about it with I talked about it with Forrest, talked about it with Exploderman on the podcast, and
mhm,
I think I said it before, I'll say it again. I think YouTube is the future. I fully believe that, whether it's 5 years, 10 years, whatever. I'm getting in early because I really think YouTube is the sauce. I think YouTube is where it's at right now
absolutely.
because, and I have a hard time putting this into words, but in my head it's so clear. um, let's take this podcast for example. We're live streaming right now. Also, when we're done live streaming, this podcast is gonna instantly be. You can click on it and watch it on my YouTube channel. And that's huge, right? Because on Twitch, you go live and then you end the stream and you can watch the VOD on Twitch, but it gets deleted after, you know,
What,
14 days,
like that's like 14, 15 days?
something like that. And sure, you can port it over to YouTube. That's extra work on your part and extra time, which is at a premium, as we kind of talked about. We're not full time. We're putting in time here and there when we can. So anything that's gonna make it easier on the creator, like I'm all for it.
Absolutely.
The other thing is, you'll hear every single person who's like trying to teach you how to grow. They're all gonna talk about like how baller TikTok is. And some of them are kind of waking up to the fact that YouTube Shorts is great too. In my opinion, YouTube Shorts is better than TikTok. And here's why. Because if you're putting your content on YouTube and you're putting out YouTube Shorts, if you get somebody that like watches one of your YouTube Shorts and they're just blown away, they think it's hilarious, they think it's awesome, whatever, they can subscribe and they'll see the rest of all of your content. Whereas if someone follows you on TikTok, all they're gonna see is your TikToks. You know? If you
Mm,
house all of your content on YouTube, YouTube is so big and wide reaching
that's
that
exactly, yeah. Centralization, man.
yeah, I don't know if any of that made sense, but like
No, absolute.
it's
1000%.
like I kind of woke up to this a couple months ago, and that's kind of why I've been pushing so hard on YouTube. And I totally agree. I've taken a viewership hit as well moving to YouTube for my live stuff.
Yes, for the live stuff.
But like my VODs on Twitch weren't getting views. Some of my VODs here on YouTube have been getting like upwards of 20 views, which is really cool. Um, Videos that I'm uploading shorts, I've gotten over 2,000 on like one short, which is amazing.
Right?
And I've got subscribers subscribing off of that. And those subscribers are gonna see when I go live. They're gonna see when I post videos. Like it's just a whole thing, It's like its own
Absolutely.
ecosystem.
There is a very interesting YouTube Shorts mechanic that I don't know if you follow him, Harris Heller. Love that dude. He taught me everything I know on streaming, and
Yeah, dude, I've seen a few of his videos.
love Harris. Love Harris and his team. He actually he there was this thing, bro. He told me it was in a video. He didn't tell me, but it
He DM'd
was
me.
right. Yeah,
He
he
called
let me
my he called my mom's house phone.
um hit it was oh, on YouTube Shorts. There if you are currently live, right, and somebody's watching a short that's yours, to have like a live now tab or like a little tablet there, there's a little button there. that would take you directly to that live stream or directly to that person's channel.
That would be awesome.
That'd be huge because not only, I mean, they're just scrolling through. They see a streamer that, like you said, blows them away. They want to sub. There's that sub button. Okay, they just subbed. Bet. No way. Dude's live. I can watch him. Boom. I'm live.
Yeah, like if like it says at the bottom like this creator is live now or something like that.
Exactly. Like that would be so cool. And
Yeah, that'd be
like
extremely
I
sick.
totally agree on the centralization, dude. Like that was a huge play into why I made the move to YouTube was that centralization of content. And I mean, honestly, that's why I stopped going to TikTok and posting there. And
So what
the
has
viewership
been we're talking about all the
crazy on
good
short.
things about YouTube. I have a few things that I have complaints about YouTube. So I want to hear what what your cons are for YouTube.
Uh, I think their requirements for partnership are ridiculous. To start, their partnership, hey baby, their partnership requirements are crazy. 4,000 watch hours
Oh yeah, dude.
for the one and only level of partner you have?
It's
Huh?
wild. It's
And
wild.
then I will also say, th- and this is probably due to them. I mean, YouTube gaming is so fresh, so new still. It's such a baby. But I would probably say also their YouTube gaming layout for the dashboard, like when you're live, that dashboard, garbage. I do not like it.
I agree.
And
Does Crystal need something?
I feel like she might. Did you need something? What's up? I never took the binkies out. They're still in your purse and the bottles they had, so you'd have to ask the children. But they won't respond because they're both under 3.
It's father
Yeah,
duties.
we. Oh, they're in bed? Give me 5 seconds. I gotta kiss my kids.
Hey, no worries. Go take care of
One
it.
second.
Hey, some things are more important. Some things are more important. And this would qualify in my humble opinion as someone who has no experience with being a father. I would say I would say this qualifies as more important than a podcast. So we'll forgive Z. All right. Don't mind me just checking some Twitter interactions here.
Uh-huh.
It looks like we're having an issue.
Shut it for a second. It's gonna be huge. Yo.
I'm
Ilias.
checking. I'm talking to our tech support team, our extremely well paid and highly staffed tech support team, and they're saying we're actually not live.
I'm seeing what you're seeing.
Bro, I've got everything
Cool.
pulled up. Says we've been live for half an hour.
Yeah, you normally I've had YouTube pulled up this whole time on my other monitor. You normally pop up as the very first channel on here when you're live. I'm not seeing your thumbnail.
Bro, tech tech issues. Like, okay, I don't understand what's happening. First of all, on OBS it says we're streaming. We're at 6,000 bits per second. Uh,
That's another thing.
YouTube end it says we're live. Been live for half an hour.
Let's
Um,
see.
I even have the option to end the stream.
Yeah, the most recent content you have on channel is currently 13 days ago.
Huh. Well, I'm not sure what's going on. Let me try ending the stream and restarting it.
Yeah, no problem.